5 in a row, make it 6. What do you got to do against Real Salt Lake?
Try to control the game and have a good start. So we've set out some small goals for ourselves for individual games, and lately it's been have a good start, try to get the first goal, try to keep a shutout, and win duels. So against Colorado, I think we only did one of those things right, but it ended up in a victory. So hopefully playing at home, more control of the game, but hopefully a good start.
What do you think are some of the small differences that have been made to now help you guys with this streak that you guys have been on?
It's been some up and down games. It's been some crazy games. We've had to come back. I think we've just battled it out because it hasn't been perfect, that's for sure. 5 wins is great, but it hasn't been perfect. But the good thing is I think we're getting better, and we've got a good group of guys that are pretty humble and very hungry. So keeping the mentality right to continue into Salt Lake, drawing on the things we've done well, and also drawing on the things that we haven't done well and what we need to get better at, which I think we're addressing. So it's been okay, but we can be better.
I know. Have you guys kind of stayed even keel throughout this
We're trying our best to. I think that's a very important thing over the course of a season. It's only 8 games. We've got to realize it's still very early in the season, but points are points, and they're very important, so we got to keep pushing this thing along.
Jason mentioned after the game to not listen to the hype surrounding you guys right now. How tough is that, considering how well you guys have been doing?
Yeah, well, it's funny because there is some hype, 5 games in a row wins, it's good. It's very hard to do in MLS, but there are also some people talking and saying that it's still a bit fluky. So you can't listen to it too much. Can't get too high, can't get too low. I know it's cliche, but we got to do our best to just stay humble and try to keep pushing this thing along.
Jason has talked so much about control in the middle third. How does Kljestan helped out with that since he's stepped onto the pitch?
Well, I think you guys have seen it, that he's played good games, and that's important. So I think when you're trying to win, and at the end of every game and you look at your roster and you say, did we have more guys on the field that had good games than bad games today? Or did we have more good games than the other team? And so far, in the games that Kljestan has played and started, I think he has had good games. And so that's just important in the midfield. The relationship between him and Yoshi is very good. I think they really enjoy playing with each other. I think they move well off of each other. And I think tactically they can get a little bit better defensively just to keep more balance in the team, but the way they control the ball, the two of them, is very good.
You mentioned that across the league there's some people saying that the 5-game winning streak is a little bit of a fluke, but what do you think from your point of view has been key to that success so far?
The mentality. I think we've shown some resiliency to come back in games. We've also shown some professionalisms to show up early in games, get the first goal, and then battle it out. So we've won in a few different ways this year, which is important over the course of a season because you learn things about yourself. So I think now at this point we've shown ourselves that if we go down 1-0, we're not really bothered and we can get ourselves back into any game. So that part has been good for me. Like I said, it hasn't been perfect. We've gotten some wins where we really had to do a lot more work than we needed to. We've had wins where it was way too close, and I'm thinking about the Portland game. I think we played bad for 75 minutes, and then we were good for the last 15. So every game is different. So far, I would say we haven't been perfect, but we're getting better, and that's the most important thing.
Looking ahead to Sunday, what are some of the problems that RSL presents you guys?
Some good players in the attack. So Rusnak, I think, is very good. I'm a fan of watching him play. He sets up a lot of chances for them, so he's pretty much their main guy. We've got to limit his time and space. Then you've got Savarino and Plata, who are just good dribbling. So those guys are always difficult to deal with. You can't just really leave them 1v1, but looking to cover for each other. And then still a very steady goalkeeper in Raimondo, who's still good with the ball at his feet too. So he likes to build out of the back. So some good players, and it's going to be a problem if we give them too much time and space.
Is there anything added to this fixture for the fact that Jason Kljestan does have such a past with him?
I guess. I think, for him, he probably wants to win this one. We just want to win because we want 6 in a row and we want to keep this thing rolling. But yeah, it's like when I played the Red Bulls, I wanted to win. I'm sure when he played in New York City and Salt Lake, he always wants to win. Will Johnson played a long time for Salt Lake as well, so you always want to win against your former teams, that's for sure.
The club hasn't been around for that long, but to do something for the first time in franchise history, to win 6 in a row, how special is that for you, although you've only been here for a couple months?
Those type of records don't matter that much to me. You just want to win games, and especially when you play at home and you got a team traveling from out west, and you want to just keep pushing, and you want to win all your home games. So don't care too much about the record, care more about just moving up in the standings and keep pushing ourselves along.
You knew the talent was there, Sacha, on this team, but the fact that so many new faces and new parts, has it gelled quicker than you thought it would?
It's still getting there. You know, I guess I keep saying it's not perfect yet, but it's getting there. I think the relationships continue to build on the field and then off the field as well. We enjoy being around each other. I think we enjoy coming to work. We enjoy being on the training field together, and that's always an important part of being a good team.
Sacha, what are your thoughts on LAFC kind of addressing the homophobic slurs that were happening over the weekend? You were in LA with Chivas USA, but for a team to put out there that it's something that's kind of crossing the line, wondering what your thoughts on that.
It's good. I think. I mean, I don't even know if it's something we should be applauding. It should just be something that should be done. And so for the club to step up and do it, yeah, I'm not going to say, like, congratulations, LAFC, you're doing something great. You're doing something that is just a normal thing for me. This is shouldn't happen on the field. We've talked about this enough for years and years and years. Obviously, it happens in Mexico a lot still. And I think FIFA is trying to do their best to try to sanction these things and get them to stop doing it. But, yeah, good job, LAFC. Let's hope we don't hear it again.
Sacha, with regard to their defense, what have you kind of seen in RSL's defense? They've allowed the third most goals in the league so far.
Yeah, you know, a bunch of those goals come in the LAFC game where they had a good start and then they gave up a goal and then they kind of just gave up and they got pummeled. So they've got some good players. They've got some new players back there, and they've kind of been shuffling in around the left back. So places where we feel we can exploit them, I think we're going to really have to attack their back line, and then hopefully we get a goal early and then the floodgates open and we can get a big victory.
How much of your guys' run of form can be attributed to the change in shape?
I think it's just done a good job of getting our important pieces in the best positions to succeed. So, you know, in soccer, formations and tactics aren't everything. It's about guys having good games and playing well within each other. But I think getting guys in their most comfortable spots where they maybe have their highest level of confidence every time they step on the field, that part's been big for us.
Sacha, slightly offbeat question. I mean, you're active on social media, but now we're seeing Jason Kreis tweeting more. We're seeing more players on the team stepping up and being active on social media. For you to see a coach tweeting out like that, is that odd? What are your thoughts on that?
No, I think he's just excited to be winning, to be honest. Life's always easier when you're winning, and it's a lot easier to be on social media when you're winning. And so we've been winning a lot of games lately, and everybody's in a good mood. And you know, let's keep this thing going. Hopefully, Jason's tweeting again on Sunday night.
Anyone making any jokes about it on the club to him?
None that I'm willing to say in public right now.
Will you give him a retweet?
If he tweets something good enough, I will. All right, thank you guys.